You have to approximate the average given a graph. So which is the best approximation for the average of the data displayed in the graph? One way that you can do it is to estimate what each bar represents. For example, this one. What is your guess for how much that bar represents? He says 31. What about this one? 32. What about this one? 13. And what about this one? 50. What about this one? 8. Okay, so add all of those up. 31 and 32, that would be 63. And 13 and 50 would be 63. And then we add 8. That simplifies down to 126 plus 8, which is 134. So divide 134 by the number of numbers we have, which is 5. So 134 divided by 5 comes out to be about 26.8. So which choice of A, B, C, D, or E is the best option? E. What is your best estimation for this one? 2. What about this one? 48. And this one? 32. This one? And this one. Okay, so we'll go 2 and 48 is 50, 82, 96, and 117. Divide that by 5. Well, 5 will go into 100 20 times, 15 3 times, so it at least does that, and then 2/5 would be 0.4. So which one up here is the closest? Which one? E. What is your best estimation for this one? 40. What about this one? 2. This one? 32. This one? We'll go with 48. What about this? 31. Alright, so we have 40, 42, 74, 74, and then we're adding 48 plus 31, that's 79. So if we put those two together, we get 153. If we divide 153 by 5, then 5 will go into 153 at least 30 times with 3 left over, so that would be 0.6. Which one of these up here is the best guess? C. So it is C. What is your best guess for this one? 39. What about this one? And this one? 42. This one? 43. And this one? 34. Alright, 39 and 21 is 60. 42 and 43 is going to be 85. And then we have a 34. So that's the same thing as 145 plus 34, which is 179. So we need to divide 179 by 5. 5 goes into 17 3 times with 2 left over, and 5 into 29 5 times with 4 left over. So that would be a 0.8. 35.8 is closest to which one? C, 36. You're going to have to do the same thing next, only with a pie chart. Pie charts are different than bar graphs because you have no measurement to look at, so you really have to estimate what it is. So what we will do is look at a few of these charts that have numbers on them before we look at ones that have no numbers on them. So that you can look at things like this and know that that's what an 11 looks like. A piece of that pie that's 11. That's a 20. An 18, 17, 34. Of course, you know that if it looks like it's more than half, then it's more than 50. But then how much more than 50 is it? And if this whole thing is a 54, this piece right here would have to be what? 4. So you can look at that. That's what a 3 looks like. And you've got a 5 beside it, and then a 16. So this whole piece here, 69, and then you have a 17 piece. Notice that when it's closer to you, the piece looks bigger, but the number is not bigger. Like if this 17 were over on this side, it would look bigger. When it's on the back side, it's not the case. You have two pieces here that are the same. They're both 6s. And of course there's another piece that definitely is beyond 50%, and again it's 54%. That's what a 12 looks like, a 13, 5, 16. And a 41%, that's good to look at. And of course you've got a 14 here, and then you have an 8 beside it. The difference is 6. These don't look like they're that far apart, but this is almost twice as big as this. This one is twice as big as this. But look at how it looks here on the back side, and look at this piece out front. There's a 7 looking straight at you. Now that's just 7. It would take at least, what, 13 of those in order to get to 91. It looks like it's bigger than what it is. That's just a 7, but it's on the front side. There is 1/4, 25. Of course this one is less than half of it, but how much less? In this case it's 47. That's just a 4 there. Got a 44. That's a 10. 10 of those would fill up the whole thing. That's a 9. Looks close to it. And this is a 16. It's only 6 higher than this, but look how much bigger it looks since it's out front. And of course there's a 77%. Notice that this looks like it's almost 1/4 of it for all those combined. So you might estimate this one as 75 if you did not have any numbers that went with it. 1/4, but it's shaped differently. Notice that you would naturally go this way to divide it up into quarters, but this one is turned a little bit differently. 67% here. That's just a 3. That's a 3. They look a little different. That one's headlong at you straight away, but this one's to the right. They kind of look different, but they're still 3s. Alright, the ones that are coming up are blank, and you have to figure out what is the average of the data. What's the best approximation of the average of the data that is displayed? We'll do this one together. Now remember, it's a pie chart, so they must all add up to be what? 100. Okay, for some reason there's an E that's cut off on these and it's light blue, but I don't think that makes a difference on this. We just draw on it. How much do you think this one is? Alright, he says 40. Alright, well he's changing it to 38. How much do you think this is? I'll guess 16. How much is that?
25.
She said 20, he said 25, so I'll put 22. But now, where are we at? 38 and 22 is 60, plus 16 is 76. So we have 24 remaining that we could use. These two look close. Maybe this one is a 13, maybe that one is an 11. So if that were the case, then we have to find the average. We would have to add them all up. Well, we know we had 76 here. We had 76. And if we add them all up, we should get what? 100. And divide by 5 to get 20. The average for every pie chart that has 5 sections is going to be 20 because the sum is 100 in this case. And if you have 5 sections, it's just going to be 20. So what you have to do now is to find the value of the sections that I point out. And they all have exact values. Therefore, I'll pick a collar, you bring it up, and whoever gets the closest is the one that gets the points. And if there's more than one of you with that, then of course we spread the points out. No decimals, just integers. How much is this? The exact value of this, which is E, although it's not in the key on the right hand side, the exact value of that is 57. The next one, we need to know what this section is, and it is C. What is that? The exact value for C in problem number 2 is going to be 17. What is the amount for D in purple? The exact amount for D is 16. What is the exact amount for A, the dark blue? The exact value for A is 9. On this problem, you're not going to turn them in one at a time and then have them revealed. You're going to list A, B, C, D, and E and put your best guess down for each one, but they have to add up to be 100. The values for this should be the following. For A is 20, that is the dark blue. For B, which is red, that is 5. C is green, that is 23. Purple is D, and that is going to be 19. And for the light blue, which is E, not shown in the legend, that should be 33. Okay, so we're going to start with A, which is the dark blue sliver here, and that is going to be 1. B is red, that's 11. Green is C, that's 13. The purple is D, that is 2. And the blue is 73. For this one, we should have 15, 3. Whoops, I put 13. 3, 10, 18, 54.